Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely good to see you. And especially a big shout out to all the weekend warriors. And I'm just like you, been working all weekend, all day long on my next big project, big launch. I'm going to tell you all about next week, so stay tuned, watch all my videos, all right? So anyway, today I want to tell you something very cool. That is an animated plugin that helps you animate the text on your website. Since this is a plugin, you do have to have a WordPress site, okay? So think about this for a minute. What is the thing everybody's struggling right now is getting the attention, right? When you working very hard to either pay traffic or organic free traffic and send to your page, the things you want to do is have people pay attention to either opt into your list or buying the products, right? Right. So whether you're e-commerce, whether you're affiliate marketers, whether you're product creators, we all need to get attention. If you're local marketers, you want to help your client get results too, right? So one of my friends has Mark has put together is a really cool automated plugin that help you making those little shifting and animation around your text. If you put it at the right places, you're gonna get that right attention, you're gonna get that click. At the end of the day, we're all selling one thing, and that is the click. Think about it, okay? Think about it, all right? So I have to invite him personally, tell you all about it. Number one, why should you pick it up? Why is this different? How does this works? And what's the price gonna be? All that stuff. He's gonna help you, help me to answer all the questions, so you know exactly what to do when this thing pick it up. And we also set up all kinds of awesome bonus right below this video, so make sure you check them out. And again, this is your friend Han. Until next time, go get it. All right, and a big shout out to my Wildcat friends too, right? Cheers.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Today I'm here to talk about a brand new product which we have coming out on August the 7th, which is next Monday, kind of depending on when you're watching this. But yeah, next Monday we're releasing a product called Animatio. Now, Animatio is an application, it's a plugin that you can use on any WordPress site. And what it does is it allows you to kind of animate any of your sites. So any sites that you have already, any sites that you've built with a page builder such as Optimized Press or Insta Builder or Profit Builder, for example, you can animate any site whatsoever. So in just a moment, I'm gonna take you over to a couple of my sites and show you how easy this application is to actually use. But first of all, I'm going to talk about why we developed it in the first place and why I think that you are going to benefit from using it. So first of all, the most important thing to do online when you're in business online, whatever you do, it doesn't really make any difference what you do online. The most important thing is to engage your visitors, because after all, you know, it takes time, it takes know-how, and it takes money to get people onto your website, whatever that may be. So you've invested that time, that effort, that money into getting people to your website. And yet, those people, they're used to seeing great websites. They see them every day. So it's harder to actually keep those people that you worked hard at getting to your website. It's harder to keep them actually on your website. And what this means is bounce rates go up. This affects your organic ranking. So Google take a dim view of, you know, high bounce rates. But the real issue is if people are just bouncing straight off of your websites, your blogs, your sales pages, then your conversions are dropping. So you're not making as much money as you potentially could do. Now, you perhaps seen plugins, themes that do a little bit in as much as, you know, that they'll allow you to animate certain elements, you know, and then if you change themes, you can get a better look. You could potentially get more engagement from changing to another page builder. You might find that you've got some great aspects on one page builder or theme, and then in order to get something else that you might want to include on your site, such as voice templates, for example, or specific animations, you might have to upgrade, or you might have to take Optimized Press, for example. I actually use an awful lot, and in order to get a good sort of level of animation, you have to buy additional plugins, and I think it costs $80 odd, and you still don't get everything. You can't do everything with it. And we just got to thinking, well, if we could come up with something that would actually plug into everything, so regardless of what your website is or does or sells, as long as it's based on WordPress, you can use it. So you wouldn't need to change themes, you wouldn't need to change page builders or anything like that. You just simply put this plugin, which again is called Animatio. You put Animatio onto your WordPress installation, the same way that you would install any plugin, and I'll show you that in just a second. But the same way you would install it on any WordPress site, just the same as any plugin. You just drop it on there, and then once you have it installed, you can animate any page, so as many elements on as many pages as you like. And I must say, at this point, this is quite unusual, but we're actually giving away unlimited site license with the front end of this product, so you're not going to need to upgrade to anything. You'll get unlimited usage on the front end, which is fantastic. Because if you have a ton of sites, they could be niche sites, they could be anything, but you may have a ton of sites, and they may just be sitting there right now, and you might think, well, I can't be bothered to go over and change those themes. I can't be bothered to mess about changing page builders, and just even when you do start messing about with these old themes, if you change them, if you tweak them, 9 times out of 10 you're going to run into a bunch of issues. You're going to have problems with CSS when you're trying to animate. It just doesn't work in the way that you're hoping that it will. And, just changing the themes just to try and get a little bit more engagement, it can take hours, it can take days, it can mess up your whole site. It takes a long time, and of course, if you upgrade to another theme, if you buy additional elements, plugins to kind of, I don't know, let's say animate your site, or to get more engagement, or if you change page builders, it's just going to cost you more money, more time. It's a pain. So Animatio does it all. You don't have to change anything. All you do is install the plugin, and then once you've installed it, you can animate any element you like. Now, again, it's important to have animation now, because it focuses attention. So like I say, people are used to seeing great sites, great copy, and maybe 5 years ago, great copy with a number of bullets on a page was enough to convince somebody to continue reading. And when they did that, they tended to read your whole page, and that would give you the potential of converting more of those into sales. But today it's not the same. With WordPress, there's some great themes out there, so everybody's got a great site. So your visitors are used to seeing great sites over and over again. So that great copy, those bullets, it just doesn't cut it anymore. It's not going to work. But you still need to get people to engage and stick to your site. And when you can do that, then you will make money. In fact, we've been using this ourselves, and we're using it over and over and over again. What we tend to do is we use it on our bonus pages when we promote other people's products. Now I'm going to shoot a number at you here, and you're going to tell me, well, I can't do that. And you're quite right. You probably wouldn't be able to make the kind of money that we've made with Animatio over the last less than 2 months, actually. So $8,400. on just 5 promos over the last 2 months. Now, $8,500. Not all of this is down to Animatio, of course. You know, we would have made money anyway. But the fact that we've put Animatio on these bonus pages, these review pages, means that we've been able to engage everybody that hits those sites to a greater degree. We estimate that it's more than 3 times the engagement by, you know, just animating these pages. I'll also show you a couple of those in a moment. But yeah, we've been able to increase engagement, and therefore we've been able to make a lot more. Now, like I say, you know, you're probably not going to be able to jump on this, install Animatio on your bonus page and make that kind of money. Not straight away, but what you are going to be able to do is increase engagement. So you can basically take what we've done and you can replicate it yourself. But, you know, how much you make really depends on the size of your list, obviously. But you will be able to make more. It's as simple as that. It's not just a case of putting it on bonus pages. That's just the way we've been using it. You can put this on your blogs. So let's say you've got a blog, and blogs tend to get packed with content, which is great. It's fantastic for Google to get noticed, to get traffic. However, it's a double-edged sword, because with all that content on your blog, what tends to happen is people kind of get ad blind. They lose the message. They flip from post to post to post without actually clicking on your call to action, which is really why you built those blogs in the first place. Those blogs are there to make you money. So by using Animatio, you can pinpoint any aspect that you want people to actually focus on. Okay, so let me take you over to a site and show you how easy it is to actually animate any website. It has to be built on WordPress, obviously, but any website, any blog, any page, any sales page, anything you have, in just a couple of minutes. Okay, so it's going to take you around about 3 minutes to install the plugin, same way that you would install any plugin. And then once it's installed, you can animate anything from the well, I guess it's, I guess we could call it the live app. So it's probably best I show you, but the live app, you can roll that onto the actual page that you want to edit. So you don't have to go into page admin or anything like that. You just click at the top at Animatio and then choose the element that you'd like to animate and choose the animation and save. And that's pretty much it. So let me show you that now, and then we can talk a little bit more about the product, when it's launching and the price, that kind of thing. Okay, so stick with me. Look at this now, and I'll show you how this actually works. Okay, so number one, let me just show you that there's nothing technical about installing Animatio. So I'm pretty sure that anybody watching this this right now will know how to install a plugin. This is just a WordPress site. I'm actually using Optimized Press 2.0, and you can see that Animatio is there. And you know, if you don't know how to install a plugin, then basically it's just a case of clicking there. And obviously, when you have Animatio, you'll download it to your desktop or somewhere on your computer, and then all you do is you would click on Upload Plugin, and then drag and drop the zip file onto there and click Install. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Like I say, it's exactly the same as installing any other plugin. But let me show you. Okay, so here's an example. So this is the same site. This one is, let me drag this over a little bit. So normally, in order to edit anything on a page, what you'd need to do is log into your WordPress admin and then go to page admin and then kind of tweak any elements that you wanted to tweak inside of the actual page. But with Animatio, you can do it all in real time on the actual page that you want to edit. And this gives you far more clarity. You can see exactly how it looks immediately. So if you don't like the animation that you've applied, you can change it. Simple as that. It doesn't, you don't have to go backwards and forwards. And anyway, let me show you this now. So you can see Animatio is up here. So as soon as you've installed it onto your WordPress, install your website, whatever it is, providing, you know, it's based on WordPress, it doesn't matter. So you just click here, and then the little app will open up here. So you can see that I can drag that anywhere I like. Really easy stuff. Now what happens here is you can animate any element. So everything on your page is actually a div. It's an odd word, but it's called a div, a division. But let's just call them elements because I don't know, it just sounds better. So let's say that we wanted to animate this element here. So all I do, you can see the red outline. It goes around the element that I'm hovering over. Okay, so you can see that, and then if I click, and then if you watch up here when I click, so you can see that it's selected that element there and it's locked it in. Now, in order to animate this particular element, all I need to do is click animation like so, and then here I can choose from any of the animations. Now there are 50 animations on this version, so 50 animations, all with the front end product. There are also, let me just close this up a minute. There are also a number of male and female voice templates. In fact, let me just check on those. So yeah, there are 20 male voice templates and 20 female voice templates. So if I just open this up, you can see them here. So why would you need these? Well, let's say, let's take this for example. If I click there and then select, let's choose a male one and say, click here to buy now. So if I select that, okay, and then save, and then when I hover over that buy button,
click here to buy now.
You see? Now let's look at some of the animations. So we'll go back to this one. I should have said, actually, I'll show you as I go. So we're going to animate this one. We're going to have that one bounce like so, and now you can set any animation to occur once, or you can set it to loop. So you can see I've set it to loop now, or repeat, whatever you want to call it, and that will continue to play out. So I save that. So it's important to remember, after each element that you animate, you click save like so, and then you'll see automation or animation saved. And that's it, and then you can move on to the next. So let's animate this one here and choose another animation. Let's see. Let's have that rotating down right. There you go. Like so, we save that one.
Click here to buy now.
And then we'll move down a little bit further down the page. This one here, let's have, let's set that one there. And we'll have, now I'm just whizzing through this, I'm not taking any time with it. The trick really is to animate elements that you really want people to see. Now it's a great idea to capture people's attention as soon as they hit your site. So it's a great idea to animate the headline and the pieces or the bits and pieces that they see above the fold as soon as they land on your site. The bit that they actually see when they first land on your site, if you can animate certain aspects there, it kind of inspires them to take a closer look. And what you can do is you can animate elements all the way down the page just to keep people that scan, for example, a lot of people just come onto your site and they'll just scan the page. If you animate certain elements throughout your page, they'll kind of jump out at your visitor, and that will mean that your visitor is going to be far more inclined to read more of that page. And when they do, when they keep reading your page, hopefully, you know, providing you've done your job properly and the copy is great and it's persuaded them to you know, purchase or click that call to action, then there's going to be far more of a chance of them actually doing it. You know, some people, even when they're interested in a product, if they come over to a site and it doesn't engage them, they're not going to buy. They're not going to read the whole message. They're not going to get the whole point or the whole message you're trying to put across, and they're not even going to see your call to action, let alone click it. So let's get back to this, and let's say we wanted that to bouncing down. Actually, let's flip this one. Okay. Now, something else I'd like to mention is let's do it here. So this one here, for example, so it's an image, and I would like to have that bouncing in from the right, for example. So I'm going to click on there, and then bounce in from the right, like so. Now, we could just leave it like this, or what we could do is we could set a delay, or we could set well, it's actually called an animation offset. What this actually is a pixel scroll. So this occurs depending on the amount of pixels that you put in here. So if I put, let's say 100 pixels in there and save, when somebody comes onto this page, this won't occur until they scroll or start scrolling down, and it scrolls past 100 pixels. So you've probably seen this on some websites. You know, this particular element is available on some high-priced themes, for example, page builders. But obviously, in order to get that, you would need to switch to that page builder, obviously. And, you know, even then, you wouldn't have all of the animation elements and features that come with Animatio. So that will pop in there now, and it will pop in when somebody scrolls down 100 pixels. So let me just close this up now. Like I say, you know, you can animate as much or as little on a page as you want to. It's very, very fast. I mean, I'm just chatting away here, so you know, it's probably taking me a little bit longer than it should, but that's really all there is to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this. As soon as I close this, the whole thing locks in, all the animation locks in. So let's do that now, like so, and there you go. Okay, simple as that. Really is very, very easy stuff. Now, like I say, it will work on any WordPress based site. So it can be your blog, it can be any sales page, any page. It'll work with any page builder, as long as whatever you're using, whatever you're building your sites with, as long as it's WordPress based, this is going to work. Okay, now you can animate as much or as little as you like on any page you like, as many pages as you like, and you can install Animatio on as many of your websites as you like. So let's actually let me close this up now, and then I'll come back and talk to you.
And that really is it. You can see how easy it is to use, and you know, lots of products say they're newbie friendly. Animatio actually is. You know, I mean, if you can click your mouse a couple of times, then you can use Animatio. Now again, this is a tool. You know, this isn't one of those things where, you know, you buy it and you just expect to get rich overnight. It's not that. What this will allow you to do is, let's take, for example, let's consider that you have a bunch of a bunch of old, say, blogs, and perhaps they made you some money when you built them, but perhaps you haven't touched them for some time. I mean, in my case, I've got some that, you know, are years old. I'm not even sure how many I've still got out there, but, you know, most of us have a bunch of sites out there and they're kind of gathering dust, if you like. And in order to sort of get them up and running, or, you know, get them engaging visitors again and get them making passive income as they once did, we would need to, you know, as I've already said, we'd need to change themes, need to change page builders, whatever. But, you know, you drop Animatio in there, you can animate these sites, and you can basically you can get those sites engaging people once again. And when you can do that, obviously you can start making money again. And, you know, the great thing with Animatio here is it's very, very easy to do. It animates anything as long as it's WordPress. So even, you know, your basic old WordPress themes, even the free ones, doesn't matter. You can animate any of them. So if you're a blogger, if you're a niche marketer, if you're an affiliate, if you're a product vendor, if you're into CPA, if you have an offline business that you want to engage your visitors on your website, if you have an e-com store, providing it's built on WordPress, then, you know, you can use Animatio, and you can pinpoint any elements that you want people to really focus in. Now, this isn't just us coming up with the idea. This is based on science, actually. It's based on something called optical flow, and what that means is the human eye is drawn to movement. Okay, so it's like a subconscious thing. You'll go onto a web page, and regardless of whether you want to look at that particular element, if it's moving, your eyes are drawn to it. So subconsciously, anybody that comes onto your page, if the eye focuses or sees movement, it'll focus on that element, it'll focus on that movement, and therefore you'll stick people to your pages, you'll get people to see the elements that you want them to see. It really is as simple as that, and, you know, believe it or not, it's a scientific fact. But it's easy to do. So you can install Animatio on as many sites as you like, no limits. Just install to your heart's content and get those old sites up and running, making you some passive income again. Why not? You built them in the first place. You can stick people to your site, which is important. You know, you spent that time and money getting your people, or getting those people, visitors, to your site in the first place. So why not get them to actually engage and buy something? And there are, you know, like as I said, there's a ton of features built in. So you have 50 animations that you'll use. This is all included in the front end. 50 animations, 20 female voice templates. I showed you the male one. 20 male voice templates. We also have a bunch of sound effects. I didn't look at those, but there are, I'm not quite sure how many there are, but there are quite a lot of sound effect template. Oh man, I can't speak now. There are quite a few sound effects in there. So, you know, like sirens, beeps, anything you want really. So you'll find all of that in there. Now, I'm losing my train of thought now, but Animatio, it goes live on Monday. So that's Monday, August the 7th at 11 a.m. Eastern. It will cost you $27.77 for the first 4 hours. Now, if you've ever purchased anything from me before, you'll know that we tend to schedule prices. So prices go up at scheduled times. So I know a lot of, you'll probably go into a lot of different sites, and, you know, it says, oh, price is going to rise in, you know, 2 hours or 20 minutes or whatever. And then it goes up by, I don't know, 30 cents or something silly like that. Believe me, we don't do that. So after the first 4 hours, Animatio will go up by $5. And throughout the whole launch window, which will last 5 days, it will continue to go up at, you know, real amounts. So you're looking at $5 a time. So by the end of the launch period,
you'll be looking at paying $67 for Animatio, which is still great value because you can put it on as many sites as you like. But believe me, this is dead easy. It will increase your engagement. It will get you more commissions, more sales, more whatever it is you hope to achieve just by pinpointing those elements you want people to see and sticking people to your page. And that's all there is to it. So thanks for having me on, and we look forward to having you as a customer next Monday. Thank you.
Did you know that your website visitor's attention span is 3 seconds shorter than a goldfish? Seriously, the human attention span is shorter than a goldfish by a whole 3 seconds. Goldfish last 9 seconds while we last just 6 seconds. So you have just 6 seconds to engage your website visitors. The problem is, your website visitors have seen hundreds of pages like yours in the last year, maybe even months or even days. They land on your page and gloss over your copy or content only to leave empty-handed. Because, seriously, nothing focused their attention, and they never saw your call to action. And that's a problem we all face. 6 seconds is an incredibly short amount of time to engage your website visitors. Make them read your whole page, and more importantly, make them buy your products or click your affiliate link. So, how are you going to capture their attention? The answer is actually pretty simple. It's called visual impact. You see, movement and animation grabs attention. It's a human trait and one we can all use to our advantage. When a visitor lands on a website that contains movement, the eye is naturally drawn to that movement and engagement increases dramatically. It's simple but remarkably powerful. Visual impact has helped us make hundreds of thousands of dollars online, as you'll see on this page, and you can do the same. So let me ask you a question. Do you have websites or blogs online? Would you like these websites to make you more than they do right now? How about 3 times more? Well, sure you would. So you need to listen to this. On this page, we'll show you how to make 3 times more from your existing websites by simply adding a clever little app called Animatio. Look at this static page. Now watch as we bring it to life in seconds. With Animatio, you can quickly and effortlessly animate any element on your website, sales page, or blog in seconds with just a couple of clicks. You can pinpoint the very elements you want your visitors to see simply by clicking the element, choosing one of the animations from the drop-down menu, and saving it. Everything happens right there in real time, so you can instantly see if you have the right effect assigned to that element. And it literally takes just a few seconds. Now, if you're anything like us, you're probably not that techy, so you've probably tried lots of different WordPress themes and page builders, but you probably haven't found anything that provides everything you need in one place. And of course, changing or setting up new themes is hard work, really hard work. Switching to the latest page builder can be a pain. And making changes takes time, know-how, and it costs money. So we created Animatio for anyone who just wants it to be simple. It's simple to install, simple to use, even if you're brand new. And it's simple to showcase your primary message and call to action. But perhaps most importantly, using Animatio means you can keep the theme or page builder you've grown accustomed to and still bring those static pages to life in seconds. Trust us, visual impact works, and Animatio enables you to apply it quickly and easily. So, are you ready to breathe new life into those old websites and blogs? Do you want to ensure your new pages instantly capture your visitors' attention? Well, this is how you do it. Number 1, download and install Animatio. It'll take you just 3 minutes. Number 2, use Animatio Live Page app to edit any page element you like in real time and without having to visit Page Admin. Number 3, click on the animation you want to use. You can choose from 50 animations, 20 male voice templates, 20 female voice templates, or sound effects. You can even customize all the effects to fit what you want them to do. Number 4, set the timing of any element to suit your page. Set delays or set pixel scroll so animation takes place as your visitors scroll down your page. Number 5, when you're happy with the effect for that element, just click Save. And now your effect is instantly ready to draw in the attention of your visitors. And that's it. Edit as little or as much as you like on as many pages and websites as you like. Install Animatio and watch your site engagement skyrocket and your profits increase as people focus on your main message and call to action. If you check the details below this video, you can see some of our recent case studies, and we're not the only ones seeing the benefit. Marketers at every level are already loving Animatio, from seasoned pros to complete newbies, affiliates, internet marketers, e-com marketers, niche marketers, product owners, and service providers. It doesn't matter what you do or whether your business is based online or offline. You need to sell more and make more. With Animatio, you can do it in minutes. And you can get started right now. But there is a snag. You see, the doors to Animatio are closing. They're closing on this heavily discounted launch price. So you need to take advantage of this unique opportunity right now. You'll find the access button right under this video, along with full Animatio features, case study results, and demos. So go ahead and take a look right now. And remember, you can use Animatio on new sites and old sites. You won't have to change themes or page builders. In fact, you won't need to change a thing. Simply install and animate. Oh, and one more thing. When you grab Animatio today, you'll find there are no limits on how many websites you can install it on. So go ahead and take a look now.